Welcome. I am a healer. I walk into a room and I have an agreement with my ego. It stays at the door. I wave it goodbye, and when I walk into the room, there's a beautiful being lying on the table, and it could be any one of you. Oftentimes I'm working with children and their parents in the same room. And to be completely honest, I just let go. And my hands move and incredible things happen. And I've done this for a very long time, and I've never spoken about it. I've never shared it with large groups of people, and I've almost been a little bit shy because it's so sacred and incredibly special, incredibly deeply, deeply special. It's a journey that we're all on. All of us are on this journey together. And all of us do this in every way. We touch people's lives in our workplace, in our families, in our homes, and in our backyards. So what I do is nothing special, but I've just asked, and I continue to ask, to be able to love all of you as much as I possibly can, deeply within every cell of your being. Now I'm very, very, very blessed. I had quite a crisis at about the age of 21. And at that time I decided I had to live a life without alcohol. So I've come with the premise that this is about 2012, and some of us are scared shitless. Some of us are terrified, thinking we're supposed to be doing something, that we're supposed to know something that we don't already know. And what is it that we need to be doing? Where am I supposed to be? The key is just to let go. And if I wrote nothing else and said nothing else tonight, I'd just say let go. Let go of anger, judgments, attachments, passions, addictions. Just let go and let God in, and give gratitude for what you have. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what it is that I do and how I could help any one of you or family or friends. While I'm speaking, you're holding on to the crystals that I brought along for you tonight, and I've filled them with love. And as I'm doing this, like I'm not even really conscious, but as you can see, I'm moving my hands. And what this is doing is I'm reaching out to a higher level of an extended part of my aura, and I'm just connecting in through my fingertips and my thumbs. And I haven't planned this, but what they're doing is they're connecting in right now with your crystals. Okay, so just be really present, because intention is the gift I want you to take home. And it's beautiful that we both shared the same topic, that so much of what's going on for 2012 is what's in your intention, what's in your heart, and what's in your head, what's in your thoughts. Your thoughts are your gold, and your heart is your gold. Okay, so now I want you all just to close your eyes, put your both feet on the floor. And this as well, if you learn nothing else tonight, just take a very deep breath. And make sure it's in both of your nostrils, because sometimes we can breathe more clearly in through one side of our body than the other. And just draw it. Now I want you to draw that right down to the base of your spine, right down to the tip of your tailbone. And just draw that beautiful energy, and it's very golden tonight. Just let go, just allow it in. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine a river of that energy flowing out. Let the breath flow out, down through your legs and out through the soles of your feet. Just relax your necks. Open the tops of your heads. And just ask to be able to receive. If any of you are feeling locked in the top of your heads, just ask to be open. Ask to be trust. Ask to know light. And just welcome it in. Just let go. Just trust. Thank you. Thank you so much for trusting. And just from now on, you can gently open your eyes when you're ready. Wiggle your fingers and then wiggle your toes. You'll stay in this presence, but I just want you to just release that into the floor and just feel connected into the earth as well as at a higher level. Now I have got some practical information here as well. But just keep that breathing going, and that release will continue. And for some of you, it will continue for weeks. Some of you might give me a phone call off my car to go, oh my God, what the hell did you do to me that night? You know, and some of you, for you, there may be tears over the next week, or there may be incredible healings with people that you needed that healing with. And we're just planting that into the earth. So thank you all for for that experience. And this energy is going to stay with you in your crystal, so just be really present with it. Does everyone get blessed are the cracked, for they let the light in? So tell me, who here has been going through massive changes in their lives, either emotionally or in that world around them in their work or what have you? And who are here also recognises that this is a total part of this ascension process that we're going through? This is, we have to crack. We have to give up our shit. We have to let go, you know. And who here has experienced, after going through incredibly deep crisis, experienced a revelation or an epiphany or peace at the end of that? I see there's a corner over there that are still going, yeah, not through that crisis. It will come. So I'm sure we're all going to be speaking about the same thing, but our role in the human body is very, very simple. I'm going to call this the cosmos, but there's other names for it, such as God. What else have we got? Universe.
God.
Yep, divine, whatever you call it. I've been loving the word Yahweh. I love this. It's a very old word for God, and it took me a month to get used to using it. It's very powerful, but it reminds me of the galactic harmony that's going on in the universe. Our role as human beings, this human body, is a conduit to bring this consciousness, this love, this sun. Who's been feeling the incredible energy coming from the sun? Do yourself a huge favour and catch a sunrise over the next week. 5:30, yeah. And draw it in, just sit and draw it into deep into your being. This is our battery. Okay, and we bring that into the earth, and this earth is going through massive cracks and changes also. Is everyone aware of that? We're feeling it, we're witnessing it. So our role is to bring in that love and send it in through this heart, which, as you mentioned, is the polarity between the yin and the yang, and bring it into the earth. It's simple, hey? We can all go home. Now this I think is something a lot of people don't understand, and just to get that visual as a concept, it really assists us as we're going through a healing crisis. And this is when you turn up in my room, on my table, I see this incredibly divine being, golden and glowing. This is who I see. I don't see your physical body. I don't see your, you know, what your job is or where you've come from. I see this spirit, okay? Sometimes the higher self is standing off over here, and the physical body walks in, and the higher self's over here going 10 feet away from you. And it's saying, for fuck's sake, help this woman, you know, or help this man, you know. She's not listening to me. Okay, now some of the words that we have to describe when our body is, when our higher self is outside of this physical body, we've got words such as, I feel lost. So what are the other words? Detached. Disconnected. Confused. I've got to go and find myself. Okay, so this is what happens, and it's the most beautiful. I feel so trusted because I've got this physical body here going, I don't know what to do, and the higher self's coming in just loving me, and oftentimes that high self literally steps inside my body and helps me do the work with you. Helps me to hold your physical body and bring the feelings into your physical body that you have been too afraid to feel. And it can be an abortion, a miscarriage, it can be the feeling of you in a fetus inside your mother's womb when your father decided it was too soon and he didn't want to have you, but the mother held on. And we heal those in seconds. It's beautiful, and you can heal them too at home just by asking, just by praying, just by reaching up and asking. Just become aware of what the issue is and just ask for it. Okay, you can come and lay on my table and I'll love you to death. However, you have the ability to do it at home as well. Okay, so these, you don't need to get into the details of what they're called, but again, coming back, this heart, you know, these are your etheric, emotional, mental bodies coming out here, and you've got the lower chakras, you've got the 3 higher chakras, and what's in the middle, everybody? The heart. And it is, you know what, I've tried. I can sit and I can try and transmute energy with my root chakra, with my second chakra, with my brain. But you know what is the most incredible transmuter of all is the heart energy. And it pours through us easily when we give it, when we give service, when we let go. Now these higher chakras up here are harder to connect into. And you know what, do yourself a favour, give up alcohol for a month and watch yourself just climb. Watch yourself, get real and let go. Not just alcohol, but any addiction. Facebook. But you know what happens for me when my ego leaves and I walk in that door and I give myself to Yahweh and I give myself over to your healing needs, is I lift up here and I climb and I climb and I climb. I just climb up. And you know, I've had aura photographs taken of me with these golden orbs going up exactly the way I see it as I climb up. And I draw in, so you're lying on the massage table here. And this is what I see. I see this beautiful golden being, but I might see a chunk of energy in here from your very first boyfriend. You know, the very first time you had sex. And you know what? I can tell what they look like, how you felt. But you know what? I feel the sadness and the trauma as well. And so we hold a space, and that gets released, and it releases not only out through the physical body, through the meridians, but it also releases out and gets healed in your etheric body, in these bodies outside of you. Okay, and I can see where your aunt, who was taking antidepressants, used to harp on you as a child. I can see the molestations. I can see the heartaches from, you know, your first and second husband. And I can see where you were locked down as a child in your throat chakra because, you know, you yelled at just one too many times until you became a coward. And there you are sitting at 60, still behaving like that child, just in this one portion of your life. You might be a millionaire and you might have really healthy relationships, but there's one part of your life that's holding you back. And this is critical because our chakras are cogs, and if you don't release your throat, that heart can't spin properly. Okay, so it's really critical. So while I'm seeing this golden being, I see all these other little shadows and I just go, cool, let's let them go. Okay, and then what I do is I draw down, I reach up, that's me. I reach up and I draw in your higher aspects. You know, and this is what I've done tonight. I've reached up to the highest aspects of all of you and pulled that into your spine. And this is why I love CranioSacral Therapy, because it works with the spine. Now, any of you, have you guys had chiropractic work? You've seen an image of the spine? So every vertebrae of that spine is feeding energy out to different organs and different meridians within your body, am I right? Yeah, so it's feeding out. So if your spine is locked at some soul level or at some physical level with emotional trauma, are those organs being fed by energy? No, they're not. Is your soul being fed in those areas? No, they're not. And I can look at a spine, like I can look at this lady now and see right between her solar plexus and the one below, she's got a chunk of energy this big, probably from when she was about 30. And it's fear. It's a little bit of trauma, and it doesn't matter. We're all learning, whatever our crap is, it just doesn't matter. Am I right?
Yes.
You're right. So what happens in this healing process, this is the incredible gift, and I sit at the end absolutely blissed out. I mean, I don't need anything else because I've pulled in this incredible divine aspect of you, and I've linked it in not only to your 7 physical chakras, but I wait and I manipulate or I allow your body to guide me to how to release the skull bones. Like I can see the tension in a couple of guys in there, the back of their necks back there. We release the tension in the skull. The skull's made up of 3 structural bones that can be moved around like a jigsaw puzzle. And we release that so that it opens you all the way out to your divine and all the way down the bottom as well. So you end up being completely connected. Now the beauty of this, relating to 2012, is your purpose sits out here. This is where you're going, I need to find my purpose. You know, I'm just going to feel so much better when I know what my purpose is. And what do? We have to let go, to let the purpose in. Your purpose is trying to get inside you constantly. So this is what happens is you get an experience of a purpose. And you know who's here helping me? It can be your great-grandparents. It can be Aboriginal healers. If you've been praying to Buddha, the Buddhist nuns will come in. If you're a big fan of Jesus, I love Christ. You know, Sananda comes through. That's incredible energy to work with. 5 minutes to go. Amen. So I think you guys are pretty aware of all the different tools that you can use for ascension. There's, breath, deep breathing, meditation, drinking water, walking on the earth, hugging trees, hugging each other, being of service. You guys know all of these things. Going to a healer that draws you. So essentially what we all want is this divine cosmic energy coming through and healing the earth through each and every one of us. And one person can hold the space for 100,000. And we are so blessed in South Australia, so in this southeast Queensland, we have an energy coming through this earth that is second to none through this part of the planet. So you have a responsibility to hold yourself to the highest light. I love you all. Give your crystals a little kiss from me. And have a wonderful evening. God bless you.